Hi everybody, it's me, Susan Holt. I'm an artist. Today is March 9th, 2022. Welcome to my Chaos and Order Art by Susan Holt Facebook group. If you're catching this in replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay for me in your comments. And when you comment, please make sure you say exactly where in the video that comment is. Otherwise, if it's on replay, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about sometimes. I see we have Ira and Chris here. Hi guys, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. I see we got somebody else live as well. Not quite sure who that is yet, but hello, welcome. So tonight we are going to paint the dot design on a finished pour painting, acrylic fluid pour. That has dried, and I am gonna tell you right now I'm having a hissy fit with my black paint. So we'll see how this goes. But this is the monthly painting, so you have chosen off of this lovely little card from option 1, option 2, or option 3. You've chosen option 2 for tonight for the finial ends. So that is what we will be working on this evening. We have Linda and Zena with us. Hello, ladies. Glad you're here. I may actually try to make my paint a little bit more the consistency I want it before I kind of continue to paint on this. Hi, Linda. Hey, Zena. Almost called you your real name. That would have been horrible. So we're gonna wait just a minute. Hey, do you guys have any questions for me? Anything you want to know about me? Hi, Lori. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. So if you want to know something about me, or you think I have a good story about something, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Zena says you can call me whatever you want. Oh, thanks. I think I'm going to stick with Zena for now. If you give me an opening like that, shenanigans will follow. Just going to pour some thicker paint into my bottle that I'm using. Hopefully that'll get it a better consistency. I'm glad I tried this before I got on the live with you tonight, because this paint is kind of the right consistency, but not quite. It's a little bit loose. So my dots are going all wonky. I don't want wonky dots. All right, and if you guys have any questions for me throughout, I will be looking up at the camera every now and again. And if I miss one of your questions or one of your comments, a little bit more, I think, I will answer them in the replay. Oh, Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer usually watches this in replay, so I'm very happy to see her here tonight. Woo! All right. This is why I usually have paint everywhere. On my arms. On my clothes, on my apron, everywhere. It happens. I tell everybody I'm wash and wear. I really am. So how's everybody's week going so far? Let me know in the comments. I hope it's been going really well. I got to spend time with my bestie yesterday evening. It was awesome. We went and had dinner. Well, I fed her here at the house. And then we went and had ice cream. Brought some ice cream home. And when we go for ice cream, the dog goes with us. She's part of the girls' club. So, can't go without her. If we try to, it's tragic. Okay. I think this is going to be a little bit better. Consistency. Hooray! All right. Jennifer says she's good. Still sore from her workout, but napped half the day. Ooh, nice. I spent the day on my computer typing away like a fiend for work. See, Jamie's with us. Hi, Jamie. All right, I'm going to move this over, move it down. So you can see what I'm doing. All right, so this is the painting I'm working on tonight. This is our monthly pour painting. And this is the dot finial you guys picked for me to use. I'm going to put that this way so I can see it. See if I can get you guys tilted a little better. There we go. Excellent. Ooh, even better. So I've kind of started in here with a dot mandala already. This is the piece that I did an overpour on. So I have kind of a dot mandala underneath this that I can sort of see. So I'm trying to follow those dots, and I just don't know if I'm going to keep to following those dots or not. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, that's better. So much better. Okay. Nope, too much. Okay. So I have some exciting-ish news, and that is next week, for those of you who are here locally in Arizona with me, my Zen Stay Wednesday is actually going to be going to 7 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. because of the time change throughout the rest of the country. I would usually just leave it, but I am taking a class that starts at 7. So, or sorry, it starts at 6. So I'm going to push this back an hour and go to my class and then come here and be like, oh my gosh, I learned so much. And then not be able to tell you what I learned. It's top secret. Shh. Fantastic. I'm learning a lot in my class, though. So it's all good. I'm enjoying it. And I get to talk with one of my coaches. So I'm looking forward to that too. I said earlier, if anybody has a question for me, I've got all the time in the world to answer it this evening. I didn't have anybody give me any questions earlier, so if you have one, go ahead and pop it in the comments for me. Oh, and I would love to invite you to, when I say something you like, give me like 3 thumbs up in a row. And if I say something that you love, or you see something I'm doing that you love, go ahead and give me 3 thumbs up in a row. Pretty please and thank you in advance. I noticed it on somebody else's live that I was watching. I was like, wow, that's really cool. So I would love it if you guys would do that for me, please. Because I know you're awesome. You're awesome like that. Jennifer says, you rock, my friend. Thank you. You rock like a dip pen. So Jennifer and I met through a hobby group, and we were creating calligraphy and illumination. And we started saying you rock like a dip pen, because if you've done calligraphy, you will know that using a dip pen is much nicer than using a felt tip. I will say, however, if I'm practicing a new calligraphy hand, which is what they call the font, I will often use a felt pen to learn it, or to just kind of get it down on the paper, on my practice paper, without worrying too much about form or technique. It makes me loosen up. And then I'll go back with the dip pen and have a go at it. And then once I'm comfortable with it, I'll put it on the paper. Put it on the page. So does anybody have anything fun coming up this weekend? Hubby and I haven't really done anything for a couple of years due to COVID, but we're thinking of going and visiting some friends down near Tucson in the not too distant future, if everything kind of stays on the upswing. But that won't be this weekend. Hi, Tony. Thanks for joining me tonight. You doing anything fun this weekend? A few weeks ago, Jennifer and I went over to the Botanic Gardens. That was nice. Oh, Tony says, hello, I love what you're working on. That's gorgeous. Thank you. This is our monthly painting. And you guys chose the colors last week. Well, one person chose the colors last week. We had a small group then. That's okay. She was on before everybody else was, so she got to choose. So the colors were black background with light yellow and lavender, and then I added some kind of tealy green in it, really light seafoamy green. Hi Sarah, welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. Tony says she's gonna go see llamas. Oh, that's fun. Careful, they spit. So for those of you who've just joined us, hello, welcome. This is what we're working on tonight, the monthly pour painting that I do with the group here. Last week we poured the painting, and this week I'm putting the dot mandala with finial design number 2 on it for the ends. Next week I'll ask you for title suggestions. There will be a poll that comes out about 2 p.m. Right here on the group, and I'll have 3 title suggestions, and I love it when you guys put in your own title suggestions. That's kind of one of the banes of my existence as an artist. I really don't like titling pieces. So if your title is better than mine and people vote for it, I absolutely use that title. Actually, last month my friend Julie suggested a title, and we used her title last month for that monthly painting. So Tony says she picked very well. Excellent. Thank you. Yes, she did. All right. And for those of you who just joined, if you have a question for me, I am able to look up at the little monitor, my little cell phone tonight, the camera, and answer your questions. So if there's anything you've wanted to know about me, or about my art, about my dog or my cat, just let me know. I'm a pretty open book. I'm one of those people who doesn't really believe in secrets. Or if you've seen some of my posts about doing Reiki and meditation, if you have questions about that. You know, whatever pops to mind. This is so funny doing a black mandala on this background, because there's a lot of little black dots that are coming through the white paint. And some of them are fooling my eye into thinking it's the dot that I'm looking for, or not the dot I'm looking for. So it's been an interesting evening painting this, that's for sure. Okay. I have to concentrate since there's so many dots and they're all getting smaller and smaller. Missed an entire spiral arm right there. That's okay. I caught it just in time. Okay. Okay. All right. Now the fun part. Going to start painting this design at the end of each of those little spiral arms. Oh, I did have somebody ask me at one point a while ago why all my spirals kind of go in the same direction. And it's because if I try to dot them the opposite direction, I have smeared my hand through the paint and ruined the whole thing. Hi. My dog visiting. Belle. Ballerina. There she is. Here's being a girl. Thanks for visiting. So if you hear her tromping around in the background, that's what she looks like. She's a good dog. My cat's around here too, but she usually doesn't come into the studio unless she finds something plasticky to chew on. And then we hear crunch, crinkle, crinkle, crunch. She did that earlier and I kicked her out. She was going after some bubble wrap. Luckily, she doesn't do that often. So nobody has questions tonight? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. I already like this one a lot better than what was on here originally, so yay! I know I made the right call to pour over the painting that was here. One of the things about painting is I'm okay if all of these don't look exactly the same. That's how you tell a product that's done by hand from one that is done on a computer or machine, because no two dots are alike, no two little swipey marks are alike. It's never gonna be alike, ever. Hi Julie, welcome. It's nice to see you tonight. Been asking everybody if they have any questions for me about anything. Nobody's had any questions so far, so if you have a question for me, please feel free to go ahead and put it in the comments. I am paying attention to them tonight. And since we have a few more people here, I will reiterate that next week, well, this Sunday is daylight savings time, so here in Arizona we don't change for daylight savings time. So Wednesday right now for us is at 6 p.m. But next week it will start to be at 7 p.m. because I have a class that I have to go to at 6. So we'll just change that around a little bit so I can go to class. Julie asks, is that ink you're using? No, it's actually just kind of watered down a little bit acrylic paint, and it does have some other stuff in it than just water. But I'm gonna be mean and call it a proprietary blend. Maybe it's not too mean. I was at a steampunk convention several years ago, of course, in the before times. And I had a sales booth there, and I had my vented hats that I had painted for sale. And I know I've shown those to you before during special events. But this one lady came up, and it was my husband that was there. I was off powdering my nose or teaching a panel or something. I got back to the booth, and he says, "Oh my goodness, this woman was so rude. She demanded that he tell her what paint I use and what stuff I put in the paint because she wanted to do this on her own, and how dare he not tell her." And he said, "Look, lady, it's a proprietary blend. I'm not the artist. My wife is." And I high-fived my husband. I was like, way to go, babe. If she was being that pushy and that mean, I don't want to share. I don't want to share with mean, pushy people. I want to share with happy, nice people. Like you guys. Okay. Julie, he wasn't actually touchy. I assume you're talking about her. She was very touchy. He kept an eye out for her, but she never swung back by, so. Must have answered her questions. And yes, I agree that some secrets are not meant to be shared. So after I'm done with this, I want to show you all some of the paintings that I've been working on off camera. And Jennifer can tell you, she's seen them. They are black background, but they're metallic with specific color highlights per metal. And I think they look really good. I'm really happy with how they've turned out. Most of them are in Yupo paper, so they will need to be matted and framed. But they're all available for purchase. I don't have prices on them worked out yet. But if you're interested, let me know, and I'll get you the information. So, hi Audra, how are you? Thanks for joining me tonight. Julie says, love the color. Is that dark blue or black? This is black. It's all black on here. This might look dark blue a little bit behind because of the purple that is over it, but it is black paint. It's amazing what acrylic flow paints will do with all the colors. There's a spot in one of the paintings that I did recently that's, I put a touch of orange in with some blue and some other colors, and I'll actually, that's one of the ones I'll show you after I get done painting this one. And there looks to be a little bit of green in it, and I know I didn't put any green in it, but it's just the yellow part of the orange mixed with the blue just the right way, and there's a little pop of green in it, and I thought, oh, that's really cute. I like it when my paintings surprise me with good surprises. Qualify that for you right there, with good surprises. Okay. All right. There it is. Monthly painting. Monthly painting card with option 2 as the end designs on the finials. Let me put my paint away before I knock it over. I'd be very frustrated if I knocked my paint over on it at this point. Okay, there we go. I will put up a better photo of that when it's dry and I feel more comfortable tipping it up right to show you. I'll probably post that tomorrow or Thursday after it's dry. All right, bring this back over here. Hello. And I will show you the new paintings. Look at my hands. Typical night in the studio for Susan. Okay. This is the hidden mandala, the raised dot mandalas, spirals that I've been working on for a couple of weeks. I finally got it poured. And I think it is absolutely amazing. I will get a better picture of this so there's not so much glare on it. But this right here, there's a little streak right there that's green. That's the green that the blue and the orange mixed together to make. I was telling you about. So this one will be available soon. I still need to put the UV coating on it and give it a final spray and all that kind of good stuff. So it's not quite ready yet, but if you are interested, let me know and I'll get it ready to go for you. Julie says cool. Thanks, Julie. And here's the original black with gold painting that I did a couple weeks ago. And then I kind of got the bug to work with the metallic paints. So this background I've had lying around for a while actually and didn't know what to do with it. And then I saw my silver paint and said, oh yes, that's what I want to do. These are on Yupo paper, so they will need to be framed. The one with the raised dots on it is on canvas, so it's on stretcher bars and does not need to be framed. That will come ready to hang. Come on. Sometimes works on paper don't want to come up off the table. So here's one that's copper colored, and I used these colors in the mandala there, in the spiral, to pour into the copper so it would look patinaed, just like the Statue of Liberty is, or a lot of the buildings. Jennifer says, my fave. I know it's your fave. It's very pretty. I think it turned out really well. I wasn't sure how it would turn out with the spiral in those different colors, but I think it came out really well. And then we've got silver and purples. I love this one. When I was a teenager, this color purple, this kind of light lavender lilac-y color, was my favorite. It's still right up there. There's that one. Last but not least, when Jennifer was over last night, she said, oh, it looks very Loki-esque. So that is going to be the title for this one, Loki-esque. I even gave the finials little horns to go with the theme. Oh yeah, there it is. And I'll have better pictures of these up once I have them prepared and ready to go and photographed. So, winding it down now. Just want to remind you that Zen Stay Wednesday will be at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time starting next week instead of 6 p.m. like it is now, so that it gives me wiggle room to go to my class in the evening. And we're also going to title the monthly painting next week. So if you have suggestions for that, just send me a quick message and I'll get those up on the poll. And if you see one that you like, vote in the poll next week, which will be up on Wednesday about 2 p.m. I think. And last but not least, that's it for me. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I had an absolute blast chatting with you and painting for you and showing you all my new goodies. And I will see you right back here next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Zen Stay Wednesday Live. This is Order and Chaos, Art with Susan Holt. I am Susan Holt, and I will see you then. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.